afternoon, Flosstubers. Welcome back. So I haven't made one for a little bit. It's been a busy couple weeks around here with the kiddos and everything between dance runs. The husband's schedule got a little goofed up because of the Pope. That's just been a crazy couple weeks. I've kept myself a little bit busy. Treated myself to a couple of things past couple weeks because I sold off some magazine stash. Went and got my nails done. Again, I haven't had them on for almost 2 years. So it kind of feels nice to have them on again. I also did go, if you can see, I got myself what they call a migraine piercing. It's supposed to help with the migraines. I do get them every so often, but when I do get them, they're severe. And the woman who pierced it said she could tell that my migraines are pretty severe by how sensitive I was getting the piercing on the pressure point. She says she has noticed the more sensitive a person is, the more severe their migraines are. I will say I've only had it since Wednesday and it's Monday. I did have the start of a headache the other day that felt like it could turn into a migraine. And I kind of just moved it a little bit and it felt like it relieved it some. Not totally, because I kind of forgot it was there until it was starting to get a little bit to the point where it might not have completely relieved it. And the only reason I remember is I went to like scratch my ear and it was like, oh yeah, let me move my piercing because that's what you're supposed to move it. This is actually a bigger hoop type open hoop than I had wanted because we had a hard time getting the smaller one in. She actually had to put the needle through further than she normally does because my ear was being uncooperative, and plus she said I'm so tiny in there she had a hard time, so she actually kind of it was interesting. I haven't had anything pierced in a very, very long time. Last time I had anything professionally pierced was my bottom lip when I was pregnant with pregnant with Stella, and then I had to take it out. Excuse me, my eyebrow's itchy. I had to take it out when I was having her because all jewelry had to come off when you go in for a C-section. But, so I'll keep you guys posted on that. My eyebrow's really itchy today. Anybody know what that means? But, so we're going to do a couple little updates, show off some new stash acquirements, and just babble, I guess. I really don't have much to talk about. I don't order much stash anymore, kind of watching pennies. I actually got a couple pieces of fabric out that I'm probably going to sell off. One of them was so excited when I ordered it, and I really didn't. I got it and I put it away, and it's not what I was expecting. Now that I've actually fully unfolded a couple months after the excitement has worn off of finally getting my hands on this piece of fabric, of this dye that's only done once a year, and I put money aside knowing it was going to be coming up. The more I've looked at it, the more I don't like it. I don't like the way, and I know all hand-dyed fabrics are different, but I don't like the way it just seems like there's a big swirly dye spot. I don't know. It's just, and I don't really want to show it off and bad. It's just, I personally am not going to use it, so I may as well just sell it off and get the money back. I mean, even if I lose $1 or $2, I really am not gonna cry about it. I just want it gone because it's gonna sit there and I'm not gonna use it. But, so, excuse me while I adjust myself and get myself some coffee because, it's actually, for me, it's a 2-cup day. This is my 2nd cup today. Yeah. One day I went down to I live real close to a truck stop, and we'll go down there for gas, and the one day I went down there, and I went in to get coffee, and the girl was like, hey, and I was getting the big 24-ounce cup, and she's like, hey, we're getting rid of these cups, and it was on sale for 99 cents. Okay, grabbed the cup, rinsed it out with the water, because they actually have a sink right there, opened it up, rinsed it out real quick, dried it out, and dumped my coffee. Now, granted, this is only 20 ounces. Dumped my coffee in there, because can I use it in my car? No, because it won't fit my car holder. But this is nice for around the house because it'll keep it heated longer, and I got a handle. So if I gotta walk around the house, it's a lot. I don't know. I just like it. But so I'm on my second 10-ounce cup today because I started brewing for my Keurig again. Because with my husband being gone during the week, it just kind of makes more sense because I'll brew a pot of coffee, and now that I've really cut back on my coffee intake, it might take me almost 4 days to drink one pot, and by the fourth day, I'm just dumping it down the drain. So when he's home on the weekend, we'll brew a whole pot because between the two of us, we can drink it between Saturday and Sunday. But this is what I'm going to start doing now. But so we're just going to go over a couple little things, and as usual, if I'm getting away, I'm getting my stuff because I really haven't found out a better system than just putting it on my big pulling up my big Tupperware Rubbermaid stash box, and just kind of setting everything on top of there right next to me. So, well, I did do a couple frames on the Storytime sampler. I haven't filled them in yet. Heck, I haven't even filled in January, February, March. I haven't even filled in May's yet, but the frame stitched. But I've been working on the mystery package chart from Mo, and I needed a break from all that black. So I figured I did for a couple of days. I did the got caught up, at least got all the frames done that were, Peter Pan was July, so wait, January, February, March, April, May, June. Peter Pan was June. That one's filled in. So then I did July and August, and then I said September and October's frames. They're not filled in yet, but so as you can see, like I said, I did the well, this is for that Lady of Shalott. I've never read that. I never even heard of it until just with this Storytime sampler. And I've read a lot. Like, I'm a big reader. I was the kid growing up that would rather read than go play at recess. Since I'd never heard of it and I didn't know what to do for it color-wise, I went with a pink. It was supposed to be pink anyway, but I just ended up using, as you can see, I used Mo's Aurora. So it's pink, but it's still the variegated pink. Because the only other color I could have thought of using was green, but I didn't want two greens next to each other and then a green under a green. August was, when it gets filled in, it'll be Phantom of the Opera. I used Mo's Charlotte, and I did, as I stitched it when I got to the gray, I cut out the gray, because I just wanted the pinks and the purples and the reddy tones, and I used Charlotte because my grandmother was the one that introduced me to Phantom of the Opera, so I figured that was appropriate to use Charlotte which was my grandmother's name, to use for the Phantom frame. For September, which is Black Beauty, I used a color called Teddy, because it's variegated browns, because I figure it's a horse, and I didn't want to do black because with all the black inside the frame, so I used brown for stable, because it's a horse. And then for Anna Green Gables, I ended up using, I believe, I can't remember, I think I used Red Cabbage. No, I can't remember off the top of my head. I think I used Red Cabbage just because it was like a folly color, because it had the leaves inside the leaf up here, and then like the falling leaves inside the frame. So I went with one of Mo's fall colors. So I think at this point I'm just going to go frame by frame and then eventually fill them all in, because I do go through my Mo stash and I swap out all their colors for Mo colors. That's, like I'd said before, that's why I had no problem buying this chart, because I had the fabric to start with, and I knew I could swap out everything in my Mo stash for this. Like, I know for the Phantom, I'm going to pull out, I have a black silk, so I'll pull out a black silk to do the Phantom's tux in his cape, because it's Phantom, and he's got to have a little bit of sheen. Speaking of the mystery package, some of you have seen where I'm at online, and I do apologize that it's, well, never mind. I can move it. As you can see, I have gotten the whole first, I started with page 1 and went across. Then I have started down on, so page 1, 2, and 3. Then I did start because I was over here and I didn't want to take it out of the frame to keep stitching last night, I just went down on page 6. And the little owl, he's so stinking cute. You see him? He's so cute. I had somebody ask me today if I got sick of the black. And that's why I did end up, like I said, that's why I did end up pulling out the Storytime sampler to give me a break. But otherwise, I'm quite enjoying it because it's not exactly straight up black. As you can see, it's like a variegated black with some grays. It's not a dark black. It's like a muted black, if you understand what I mean. And, well, that's the binder that came from Jeannie in the mystery package. So, of course, I put it on here. And then I had ordered a while ago when she did some Halloween or scary movie ones, I ordered an Amityville horror minder, so I pulled that out to put on the Haunted Hill because it's supposed to be a spooky house. I am planning on, when you get down in here, there's some gravestones and like a sign. I'm planning on doing the gravestones in a gray color. And then I'm going to do the sign. I think it's like right over in here. It's right by the tree. It's on this page that it's going to come down. I plan on doing the sign in Teddy just to give it the wooden effect that it's probably meant to be. It's supposed to be like a crooked wooden arrow sign. And I just thought that would be fun to put my own spin on it a little bit. I had originally planned on doing the moon in one of the fall colors. But the one I had wanted to do, the oranges, there's a lot of oranges in the fall colors from Mo, and it was blending right into the fabric, so I did end up using the silk that came with the chart. So next time I'll show this to you guys. I should have the sign and all that done. It's really a fun little stitch. I will say that. I'm having fun working on it. This is about how far I've gotten in about little over 2 weeks, and like I said, that's with there's a couple days I didn't stitch at all because I didn't feel good, or it was just one of those days where I didn't get any in. And then I did take a break when I was over in here for a little bit and did the frames because I just needed a break from the black. But I'm having fun with it, and I'm not sure if it's still up on the site to buy. I know they were going to have the pattern up for a limited time. So if anything, you can go check, if you like it, you can go check the website and see if it's still there. I don't know what I'm going to use with the other half of the fabric for it. I'll probably put it aside. It's orange. I'll find something else Halloween-y for it. Something I had planned on doing the Halloween sampler from Charting Creations on the other half of the fabric. But when I was going through my stash to find fabric to sell off, because I knew that I had a couple pieces I didn't want to, I had this purple piece in there called Hocus Pocus from Stephanie that I'm going to do the Halloween sampler from Charting Creations on. As of right now, that's what I plan on doing. Probably because I don't know if I want 2 pieces on the same orange. And I can hear my little one coming. All right. Let's see what she does. Let me pause for 1 sec. Okay, quick pause, which for you really didn't seem like anything. Drama with a 4-year-old. Let me tell you, God forbid I'm making this video and I can't come watch Sleeping Beauty like right this second because it's on Disney Junior. But so I'm going to show. I got my auto order from Mo last week, and like I said, my week was just so busy last week. Every time I thought I was going to sit down and do a video, something came up, or it was just too late, or there was a couple days I was sneezing, my allergies were acting up and really bad, so it wasn't pretty. So I do my auto order for Mo is I get 2 skeins each of all new cotton dyes. Now any silks I want, I order on the website, but my auto order every month is 2 skeins of the new colors. And then if I like them, I order more. Like this last time I actually ordered 1 skein of each of these before I even got in when they first listed, because I liked them all and I wanted to get them right away to play with. And I actually do have plans for either to use Harvest Moon or Equinox on a chart for something. But let's get started. This one is called Haystack. It's pretty yellow and browns. Light brown. So it looks like a haystack. you know, because sometimes, well, not totally, but I still think it's pretty. Let's put that down. This one is called Red Cabbage, and it's pretty purpley red, or purple with like a red undertone, and it goes into that purpley blue. I think it's really, really pretty, and I think this might be what I used on that frame. Don't quote me on it. Now I think, and then this is Crisp, which is sort of like Red Cabbage, but the red part, purpley red part, is more red and brighter, and then the blue's a little bit more duller. But I think that looks really pretty. Next is Indian corn. It's lovely variegation of yellow to the orange to the brown. So it looks like Indian corn, candy corn, all that fun Halloween-y, fall, October-y stuff. Then you have, this one is Scarecrow. And it's a nice brown that goes into a green that goes into a yellow, which this should be fun to find some things to work with for. You know, sometimes some of these colors I get, I don't even know, I don't even use them. Who knows? Alright, this is Frankie. This is like a bluish black, and then into like a red color. A reddish color, but it's not like real red. It's like a pinky red, purpley pinky red. Not a very bright red, but it's very, very pretty. I'm horrible at describing colors. Alright, this one is Equinox. And it's yellows into the orange and into a nice, I will show it this way. There's a little bit of brown right there, so there might be a little bit of brown up in here in the knot. And I think just the brown is from where it goes into the blue, but it still should be fun to find some stuff with. I might use this. I have the chart Under the Moon from Charting Creations, and I might use this for the moon. I'm not sure, because then I also have, this is called Harvest Moon. And it's the yellow into the red into the blue. It's a little bit deeper color right there where the red and the blue go together, so it's like purpley. I was also thinking of using this for the moon on Under the Moon, because then I was going into, excuse me, my eyeball's itchy. My allergies are still acting up, but it's not as bad. I was going to go into my Winnie the Pooh collection and get some of the browns out of there, like a lighter and a darker brown, too, because there's a male and a female deer, so I want them to be two different colors, and I'm getting ahead of myself. But then this one's called Leaf Pow. And it's nice. It goes from the yellow into the orange and into like a pinky red. So, you know, all the colors we see around here in PA, and I'm sure some of you see too in your areas. But I mean, I can look outside my kitchen window and see all these colors through the trees right now. Not all in one, but it's all out there. And then this last one is Jack-o'-lantern, which is pretty much green and orange. It's Jack-o'-lantern. I mean, green and orange. So like I said, I have a couple plans for some of those colors. I know I'm trying to figure out which, if I want to use Equinox or Harvest Moon for the moon on Under the Moon. And I know I have the browns picked out. I mean, I have so many stuff planned out, and I have so many I haven't even finished yet. It's ridiculous, but who doesn't like new starts? So I think that's about all this week. Very short video. Hopefully next time I make a video, I'll probably do another one maybe next Monday or Tuesday. I might be further on the mystery package. I could even have it finished. I'm going to be trying to figure out... I'm in the Winter Stitch Along on Facebook, which is a bunch of different designers and dyers all together. And every week, it's for 9 weeks, and everybody has a different focus week. I know there's KLT Creations. I think Pain Free's doing it. I know Charting Creations doing it. There's some dyers in there this time, because the first time when we did the summer one, it was all just charters. I don't know, designers. I mean, there was, I think, Jodori's in there, which some of them that are in there, they also do the hand-dyed stuff. So I think that's why this time they brought in other dyers to be part of it. So I'm trying to think I might start something. I'm not sure if I want to start We Are Geeks or if I want to start on maybe the Under the Moon for my winter stitch along. Because I was thinking of saving We Are Geeks to start like at Thanksgiving time and have that be my big winter piece. But another little side note while I'm thinking of different designers. Once again, there has been kind of a kerfuffle on Facebook yet again with one of the big designers. And this time I'm actually going to name names. Heaven and Earth is yet again going after the little companies and the stitchers who do not side with them on everything. Michelle has started a new Facebook group that you cannot be in if you support other designers. Mainly, as I am coming to find out, she is still out there talking about Nikki from Charting Creations. Because even Nikki will admit she did not expect her business to take off as big as she did this quickly. I will say I have dealt with Nikki both when she was with Heaven and Earth and quite a bit since she has started her own company. Nothing against Nikki when she was working with Heaven and Earth, because I know she had to toe the company line, but there were times where I was like, oh my God, this woman, but she had to do what her boss told her to do. Since she has started her own company, and not that I've ever anything against Nikki personally, I was just aggravated at the whole situation. Nikki with her own company. I came home from my sister-in-law's graduation and went, hey, do you have an outfit for graduation? Okay, she found me a couple. I picked which one I like. Hey, my 7-year-old wants a ballerina. She found me one. I've seen her do this with her charting, doing personalized charts. People going, hey, I like this chart, but I'm never going to stitch the whole thing. Can we get a smaller one? She'll make a medium and she'll make a small. I find it very, very sad that a company that is that big has to keep going after the little guy, all because she's jealous of a little competition. I've come to find out she's not letting anybody in, period, that is friends with Nikki or in Nikki's group. I also am hearing that she will not let you in if you work with Pain Free, but that I'm not sure. It's just basically she doesn't want to. I actually saw somebody post on their business page going, why can't I be in? I bought how many charts off of you, and just because I buy from Nikki as well, I'm not allowed in this group. It's not right. They actually have not answered her back because she is true. I bought, why can't I be in this group to look just because I support another designer? I know why I'm not allowed in because me and Michelle don't get along, but that's not fair to the other people who've never been in rows before. But yes, once again, drama over not being able to support each other's businesses, which is sad. Sad, sad, sad. But with that disclaimer, I'm going to go get a little bit of stitching in before I got to leave to go take the littlest one and go to dance and pick up my niece along the way for dance because they take dance together. I actually have to leave a little bit earlier because I could go put some gas in our truck. So I will talk to you all on the flip side. Bye.